It's convention time again this time of year. And of course, that means more convention coverage. This time, we're going to talk about the Strong Tower Gaming Convention in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Welcome to Wisco Dice. Hey, yo, folks, I'm your host, the Conesy with the Most, and I am joined today by. Oh, wait a minute, I'm joined today by me. That's it. So you'll have to listen to me ramble a little bit today. So today I'm here to talk to you about the Strong Tower Gaming Convention that was just held in Brookfield, Wisconsin over this past weekend. Now, I had a blast at the convention, running games, playing games. I actually got to play a few games and just hanging out, meeting tons of new gamers and talking to him about the podcast, talking to him about the YouTube channel. And if I got to meet you at the convention and we said hi or talked, or you're checking this out because you heard Wisco Dice at the convention, leave us a comment down below and let me know who you were and what game we played together, or what if you had a good time playing a game with myself, or hey, if you were the lucky person that won the copy of Wandering Towers we put in the raffle. That'd be also really nice to hear that and down below in the comments. But of course, before I go ahead and talk about the convention, I do have something very important to ask each and every one of you. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. Of course, everybody says smash on on their YouTube channels, right? Just smash it. So yeah, smash that like button. It's kind of turned into a joke if you've been hanging around with me at conventions. But more importantly, we do like it if you subscribe. That really does do a lot to help us grow the channel and continue to mature and build a bigger audience base, and ultimately helps us know what types of content and what that you're looking for, and ensure that we're bringing the best content possible forward. Now, with that, let's talk about the Strong Tower Gaming Convention and all of the fun that I had. On our audio show, which you can find anywhere that you find podcasts, so whether it's Google Podcasts, iTunes, wherever you download podcasts, our Wisco Dice audio podcast is available in all those places. We've had Kevin from the Strong Tower Gaming Convention come on. He handles their social media, but he's come on to the podcast to talk about ticket sales, the event, the convention, the growth, and we'll continue to do that on the audio show. And so make sure that you subscribe to that on iTunes and or wherever you download podcasts, and check it out today. But Kevin had let us know, and this year I actually got a chance to actually go. Last year, due to a number of factors during their first year, I just couldn't make it work on the calendar to be able to attend. And boy, I feel like I missed out last year. But this year I got to attend, and I don't know what their final attendee counts were, but it's somewhere between 350 and 400 attendees, I think, is what they had. Now, the Strong Tower Gaming Convention, unlike other conventions like you might hear us talk about, like Gen Con or Essen or some of the other bigger cons, like massive cons, this isn't like that. This is a small local convention that and these small local conventions oftentimes are only like one room, or maybe a series of small conference rooms at a hotel or something like that. And that's exactly what this is: one big giant room. And everybody's in the room, which, so you don't have to, like, the vendors are in the room. Everybody's in this room. And there were vendors. We were very glad to, I actually bought some cool Ninja Turtle artwork for my wife from one of the vendors. That was awesome. And so there's a lot of being able to just kind of hang and chill out and relax with people. There were some games, like there was some blood on the clock tower game going on out in one of the hallways, and there were some open gaming tables in the hallways as well available for folks. But there were plenty of in the convention area tables that you could run games at or have scheduled games at, and I chose to run a number of scheduled games. So this on Friday, I ran games, all the classic board games. Great game of Mysterium, where I took on the role of the ghost, as I usually do at conventions. This is kind of a convention staple game for me, and we had 4 players who I think a couple of them had played before. We ran it at easy mode, or my version of easy mode, anyways. I at least make myself have to. I use the crows in that to force myself as the ghost to have to only get 3 redraws of cards versus being able to just redraw as many as I want. Great game. Went ahead. Second game of the day was Distilled. Now, I will say I made a little bit of a miscalculation on my part as far as the amount of time I asked to run the Distilled game. I said 2 hours, and I really should have made it a 3 hour slot. Mostly because, not that the game takes that long, and I love Distilled from Paverson Games. This is one of my top picks for games that you should check out right now. But it takes a extended amount of time to set up and tear down because of all the bits and pieces and stuff like that. And they've done a great job of trying to make sure the storage container is good and whatever. But it's really starting to become a con staple for me to run at cons because the first taste is so easy to get people started and learn how to play the game, and then immediately get into they have plenty of game remaining to learn and play the game. So then I went ahead and played Zolkin next. That's the next game I ran. And again, just like with Distilled, I didn't get the opportunity to play in these games. I could have sat and played in Distilled. There was a fifth spot available, but I chose not to just to make sure we got the game in on time. Whereas Zolkin, I had a full 4-person game. So taught the game and then spent most of the rest of the time during the game of Zolkin cleaning up the copy of Distilled and getting that cleaned up. So that was quite an adventure right there. And yeah, so I kind of rounded out my day one. Got a chance to talk to a bunch of people and put up a short. Took the time to put up a short, say, hey, people come out and join me or see me, say hi. And of course, we had plenty of con swag in the form of badge ribbons and coasters and things like that we were giving out. So moving into day two. Now, day two was International Batman Day, and so I ran demos of the Night Models Batman miniature game using my signature Batman demo setup, which is just a little 18 by 18 inch board with a couple of like it's Batman Year One and a random cop model, and then a Harley Quinn and a couple of thugs, Thug 1 and Thug 4, I think, from the game. And so we had one demo, but I had so many people actually compliment me on the quality of my paint jobs on my models or ask about the game. And while this is really a board game convention, this, and you do have to really know, don't necessarily expect to sell out a miniature game at a convention that, these small conventions where everybody's there to play board games. You might get a little crossover. Like I had a gentleman play that was, hey, I saw there was a miniature game and I'm a 40K player, so I wanted to check it out and signed up for a demo. And I had another gentleman that had signed up for that same session. That actually, I think if you have any questions, if you're that person, sorry I don't remember the name, but if you're that person, leave a comment down below and let me know so that we can connect and make sure that I can get you more information about the Batman miniature game. Of course, after Batman miniature game demos were done, we rolled into a game of Batman Gotham City Chronicles, and I forgot how fiddly this game is to set up and run. But once we got into got through the initial teach and started playing, man, was it a lot of fun. Fortunately, in this case, Batman Gotham City Chronicles, it's a game where there's an overlord versus the heroes, and so I have the way I run it at conventions is I take the role of overlord because I feel like it's the most complicated / it's kind of an autopilot. At least I feel like it's autopilot when I play the overlord in the game. So versus the players, and let the players play the heroes. And I did a classic Batman versus Joker. That's a sad celebration or something like that. So Joker's kidnapped the mayor or something like that and trying to lure him in a vat of acid, and the heroes have to run around and shut off a bunch of computers and then to disable the lowering mechanism. And if the heroes can pull that off in 7 turns, they win. And it came right down to it. The start of it, I'm describing the game, and they're looking at it. They're looking at all these huge mobs of figures on the bad guy figures on the table, and they're just like, "Oh my goodness, we're never gonna be able to pull this off," which was awesome. Like that was an awesome feeling. And I wasn't sure they could pull it off, and then of course comes right down to the wire on turn 7, and they're able to pull off the win before it becomes my turn 7. So that was awesome. That was a lot of laughs. We were all really excited about it, and we were able to finish that one on time too. So that's really good. So after that, I took the time to check out the huge, huge raffle giveaway area, which was actually right pretty close to the table where I was running games. It was right up in the front of the hall, which I super appreciated. And but I hadn't really checked out the raffle games, and I can't believe the amount of raffle games that they had there. So you could buy raffle tickets for their charity, and then you were able to put them in, pick all of these games. And there were like full blown the expeditions from what's that, Stonemaier, I think, that just came out, and Earth, full Kickstarter Bling Earth version was there, and just so many copies of just great games, just absolutely great games, hot titles. We had donated, Whiskey Dice put in a copy of The Wandering Towers. We also put in a copy, or I had a box of brand new sealed Destiny boosters. So for the Star Wars Destiny game from Fantasy Flight Games that we donated, we also donated a number of other games and in smaller box games and stuff like that that they gave out as door prizes. So that was great. And then, of course, one of the other things that was really unique about Strong Tower Gaming Convention that I haven't seen at any other small con or really any other con, and I can't believe they maybe they came up with this idea on their own, maybe they reused it from somebody else. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you know. But it is this play to win area. And so basically, the way it works is a number of publishers or folks at Strong Tower Games, they take, I'm sure, some of their revenue, and they there are a number of games that you can go and check out from the play to win area. You write down your name that you played it, and that puts you in for a drawing to win that game. You don't have to buy anything other than your badge, and you get to play a lot of these great games. And there's some really amazing games donated to Strong Tower Gaming to be able to put in this play to win area. And all weekend long, you saw the tables back by the play to win area constantly full with people playing games and checking out just all these new titles. So it was great to see that and experience that. Of course, there was a nice gaming library as well at the game. And then another feature that I didn't realize they had after having talking to Kevin about was the consignment area. So the consignment area and consignment sales was huge at this convention, and was really I was blown away by it. There was, on Friday there were so many really good titles over there. I mean, I didn't get to go look until pretty late in the day, but people kept showing up at my table throughout the day on Friday and had purchased games or were talking about games that we're seeing in the consignment area. And there were some really good titles that were being purchased for not a lot of money. So congratulations to everybody who snagged a deal on a game that they got to add to their collection out of that library. Of course, most importantly, this convention, just like any small gaming convention, is all about the people. And one of the best things about having a nice local gaming convention that I find is that you meet people that you see at multiple small gaming conventions. And of course, some of those people just happen to be local. So hopefully, I'll be able to meet up with some of these local gamers here to meet in Madison, Wisconsin, and be able to get games against them, and maybe even see you either at our board game nights at Misty Mountain Games that we have on the last Friday of every month, or of course maybe have that opportunity to get a game with you even at this gaming table right here. So Loved the convention. Can't wait till next year. I'm looking forward to being back, and I'll make sure I drag along some more of the Wisco Dice crew to support the Strong Tower Gaming Convention next year. Let me know in the comments below about any of those small conventions that you go to in your neck of the woods. And of course, if you happen to have hung out with me or were at the Strong Tower Gaming Convention this past weekend, let me know down in the comments as well. Would love to hear about your experience there as well. Of course, keep gaming. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Hey there, it's Conesy. Thank you so much for watching. We put out videos weekly here at Wisco Dice. Check out our channel for more great videos and don't forget to subscribe. We also have more great content on our website at wiscodice.com. Of course, we do this all for you, the viewers. So please like the video if you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.